Hello everyone and welcome to A Slice of My Life. This video is my review of the Edifier X3 Lite. I'd like to start off by saying that I am by no means a professional audio peripheral reviewer, so thank you to Edifier for reaching out and giving me the opportunity to experience the X3 Lite true wireless earbuds. I'll do my best to provide my thoughts about the earbuds from the perspective of an average consumer who uses earbuds for an average of about 4 hours daily for tasks like listening to music, watching videos, and of course, taking calls. Now, in my usual fashion, here's the unboxing experience. The X3 Lite comes in a primarily black box with an image of the earbuds on the front and some design motifs in a spot UV treatment. It's a pretty standard box otherwise. After sliding the tray out, take a peek on the underside and you'll find a USB A to C charging cable, the instruction manual, a separate pamphlet that's labeled as Important Safety Information, a dehumidifier packet, as well as additional ear tips in different sizes. There was also a small after-sales card with some contact information that was still inside the box, but I missed out on checking that, sorry. Flipping it over to the right side up, the first item you'll see is the charging case. And yes, what I have here is the grey version of the X3 Lite. The case has a textured finish that gives off a matte look, but is smooth to the touch and has a glossy finish around the lining of the lid to give it a nice accent. Up top is the Edifier logo in gold, and around the back is the USB-C charging port. The bottom is where you'll find the main specs of the X3 Lite. The case features a lid with a magnetic closure and holds the case closed very well. Next are the earbuds, and yes, they were quite a struggle for me to pop out of the packaging slot. The earbuds have the size M ear tips already installed on them. Here's a closer look at the earbuds. They're made in a rather subtle design, nothing outlandish. Honestly, they're smaller than what I had imagined them to be based on pictures, and that's a pleasant surprise for me. On the underside of each earbud is the respective L and R markings to help with orientation. Stowing the earbuds into the case is also very easy. All I did is just line the charging slots of the earbuds to the charging pins of the respective side, and they just pop right in with the help of magnets. Okay, see how I'm struggling to take out the left earbud here? Yeah, well, keep that in mind. We'll come back to this later. Now, as we move on to the actual review and my thoughts of the X3 Lite, I'd like to start with the aspect of comfort. I've been using the X3 Lite for a little over 2 weeks now, and I've basically been daily driving it for all of my activities, including working out at the gym. Yep, these are IP55 rated, so you can use them while you work up a sweat, no worries there. It's been comfortable thus far. Like I mentioned earlier, they're smaller than what I had imagined them to be, and even though they're round-style true wireless earbuds, they don't stick out too much when I have them on. Also, given how light they are at 4 grams per earbud, they've still sat in my ear securely and have not slipped out before. I once used them for 4 hours straight, and unlike some other earbuds I've tried, I did not feel any discomfort or pain, so I'd say that the comfort of the X3 Lite is pretty good. I figured that this would be a good time to talk about the battery life. Edifier states that the earbuds get 6 hours of music playtime per charge and an additional 18 hours with the case, totaling to 24 hours worth of music playtime on a single full charge of the entire package. I've not yet tested that out because there has been no real situation for me to do so, but over the past couple of weeks, I've only had to charge the case up twice. By the way, a full charge takes about 1.5 hours for the earbuds and 2 hours for the case respectively. And take note that charging can only be done via the USB-C cable. Speaking of the case, here's a quick size comparison of the case against a couple of other true wireless earbuds I've been using. On the left is the Soundpeats Air 3, and on the right is a more recent acquisition, the Moondrop Space Travel. The X3 Lite case is larger in every dimension compared to the Soundpeats Air 3 case, and it is smaller in every dimension compared to the Moondrop Space Travel case. Also, if you take a closer look, you'll see that my X3 Lite case already has some scratches and snail trails, and being completely transparent, I've never dropped the case or deliberately tried to scuff it in any way. These wear marks are purely from just having the case in a pocket in my bag. Now let's take a closer look at the earbuds. The first thing I'd like to point out are these little holes on each earbud. These are the slots where you look into for the LED indicators, but I don't know if these are also the slots that facilitate the microphone pickup. I couldn't find any information online about that, so I'm just assuming that they are. Anyway, Yes, there are LED color indicators that serve as a visual cue for things like Bluetooth connection status and charging status, but it's a really small slot and the LEDs are quite dim, so you'd have to peek at it from the correct angle in order to see any activity. At this point, I'd like to circle back to when I was struggling with taking the earbuds out of the case. The struggle is real, and this is my biggest gripe about the earbuds. The combination of the storage layout, angled design of the earbuds, and the finish of the chassis results in this constant struggle every single time I want to remove the earbuds from the case. Perhaps it's just my fingers, perhaps it's my skin, but I don't face this issue with any other earbuds I've used before, and this does get a little frustrating. Moving on, each side of the earbuds feature touch control functions, and the awesome thing is that these can be remapped and customized via the Edifier Connect app. The app also provides you with other features such as a visual battery indicator for each individual earbud and EQ presets. Customizing the touch control functions is super easy. You have the option to customize the double tap, triple tap, and tap and hold gestures for each side of the earbuds. Now, before I start talking about audio quality, I want to talk about the ear tips. I'm not talking about just changing and finding the right size of the ear tips that suit your ears. I'm talking about third-party ear tips that feature things like different shapes, different materials, technologies, and so on. So before I get further into this section, if you're looking to swap out the ear tips for a different size, then it's as simple as just removing the pre-installed ear tips and popping on the smaller or larger ones depending on your preference. If you're not interested in changing ear tip sizes or swapping out ear tips at all, then please feel free to skip this section to the next one. Okay, time to talk about ear tips. The stock ear tips that come with the Edifier X3 Lite are quite spherical in shape compared to most other quote-unquote standard shaped ear tips, which are a little more conical in shape and they fit quite well in my ear, but somehow just does not stay fully sealed for my right ear in particular. With that said, my initial concern was whether I could use the X3 Lite with the Dunu SNS. The reason why I was concerned is because the Dunus have a slightly longer stem compared to most other ear tips I've experienced. The other ear tip I've taken out here is the one from the Moondrop Space Travel, and these are slightly oval in shape, kind of like the Klipsch ear tips. Let me show you the comparison of the stem length between the X3 Lite ear tip and the Dunu SNS ear tip. The Dunu ear tips have an obviously longer stem. So for me, having the Dunu ear tips on the X3 Lite earbuds resulted in the earbuds sitting further out from my ear, which made it look a little awkward, and it also was much more prone to slipping out of my ear since the body of the earbuds weren't resting well against the surface of my ear. Things completely changed when I decided to swap over to the Space Travel ear tips though. For me, even though the ear tips were shorter than the X3 Lite ear tips in general, the oval shape just somehow worked amazingly well for my ears, and it provided me a perfect and secure seal, especially for my right ear, and ever since I swapped over to these ear tips, I've not changed them back. I mean, I did for the purposes of this video, but you get what I mean. This section of the video was really for those who are interested in swapping out ear tips, and of course for me to share my personal preference. To be completely fair though, there's nothing wrong with the stock ear tips. They work just fine. Just be sure to find a size that fits you. Last but not least, latency and audio quality. The Edifier X3 Lite features a Bluetooth 5.3 chip and boasts a 60 millisecond low latency with the game mode function. I'm not able to give you any further technical insight about this or any good means of a demonstration, but what I can say is that I don't face any noticeable lag when I'm watching a video on my phone, be it on YouTube or Netflix, so for me, that's more than enough. On to audio quality. My approach and requirements are different when I'm producing music or when I'm DJing, so again, I'd like to emphasize that my approach regarding these earbuds is from an average consumer's perspective, and in that regard, the audio quality of the X3 Lite is pretty good. The earbuds can get pretty loud in volume, and I dare say that they are possibly the loudest true wireless earbuds I've experienced. You can alter the sound profile by changing the EQ settings in the Edifier Connect app or by swapping out to different ear tips, but when using it with the classical EQ setting and the stock ear tips, there's honestly nothing I can complain about. The 6mm drivers provide clean and clear mids and highs, and the bass is good but not overpowering. Once you get into the low-end frequencies like the sub-bass range, however, while they are clear, they're much less pronounced. Again, nothing to complain about given the price point of these earbuds. Personally, I've been listening to a lot of Amapiano recently, and it's been an enjoyable experience with the X3 Lite. Of course, I cannot touch on the topic of audio quality without a microphone demonstration, so here we go.
This is the audio quality of my phone on Edifier X3 Lite. I'm walking along Orchard Road, so it's quite bustling. As you can see, I'm right next to where all the cars are driving. I don't know how well this audio is picking the microphone is picking my voice up, but the only way to find out is to watch the replay. Yeah, hopefully this gives you a sense of the audio quality in an area where it's like a busy street. And this is the audio quality of the microphone on the Edifier X3 Lite in an enclosed environment. I'm back here in my room and I'm a little bit wet because it's raining outside and I didn't bring an umbrella. That's my fault entirely. But yeah, hopefully this gives you an idea. Well, the fan's turned on, so it's running. I don't know if you can hear it in the background. The window is open, so some wind is moving. You can hear some of the rain as well. I mean, at least I can hear some of the rain. But yeah, that's about it.
The X3 Lite has an AI environmental noise cancellation technology, and it's clearly evident. But on the flip side of that coin, it means that you'd have to be speaking quite loudly in order for the X3 Lite to clearly differentiate your voice from any background noise. And of course, talking loudly will definitely draw unwanted attention, especially when you're in a public place. I intentionally included subtitles in the microphone tests so that you know what I was saying compared to what the output was. I'd say that overall, the audio quality from the mic isn't the best, although it's good enough to hold a conversation and probably good enough to be understood by the receiving party, but you'd have to speak up to ensure what you're saying is picked up correctly. Time to wrap up this video. Simply put, the Edifier X3 Lite is a pair of true wireless earbuds that offer pretty good quality and performance for its price point. I'm enjoying the listening experience, the comfort it provides, as well as the battery life, and the customization of the touch control gestures is the icing on top. At an MSRP of 49 Singapore dollars or about 30 US dollars, in my opinion, you're getting a pretty solid pair of true wireless earbuds that performs above its price point. If you're looking for high-end audio with the latest and greatest in true wireless earbuds technology, then you're not getting it here, and especially not at this price point. But if you're looking for a fuss-free true wireless earbuds experience that delivers clear audio quality, offers good comfort that you can wear for long hours and even at the gym where you'll work up a sweat, the price point and overall quality of the X3 Lite is not something you'll want to ignore. Lastly, I'd like to add that being a pair of true wireless earbuds, each side of the X3 Lite can be used individually. So if you're interested, make sure to check out the description box. I'll have links to where you can snag yourself a pair of the Edifier X3 Lite. You can pick between the grey or ivory colorways, which in my opinion are really nice colors. And that is it everyone, thank you so much for sharing in this slice of my life. I rarely talk about audio peripherals, so I hope that you enjoyed my approach to this video. If you did, please clicky the likey. Please also consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell. Once again, these are the Edifier X3 Lite True Wireless Earbuds. Thank you again to Edifier for the vote of confidence and sending these my way to check out. It's been a pleasant experience so far. And I will catch all of you in my next slice. Bye!